Hi Sam. I'm glad to see you again. Today, we're going to learn the word
entsorgen,
Hi Alex.
Entsorgen.
What does that mean?
Great question.
entsorgen,
Means to dispose of or to get rid of something, usually waste or unwanted items. The most common usage is in terms of waste disposal. But be careful, it's different from the English word to dispose, which can sometimes mean to arrange or manage.
That's interesting. Are there any specific forms of the word I should know?
Yes,
entsorgen,
is a verb. In the present tense, you can say
ich entsorge. Du entsorgst.
and.
Sie, es entsorgt.
In the past tense, you would use
Ich entsorgte.
for
Präteritum.
and in.
Perfekt.
You say
Ich habe entsorgt.
for the imperative, you can say
Entsorge das bitte.
So, can you give me an example of how to use it in a sentence?
absolutely. You could say
Ich entsorge den Müll jeden Freitag.
which means I dispose of the trash every Friday.
Got it. What about the history of the word? Where does
Entsorgen.
come from?
Entsorgen.
Comes from the German prefix,
Ent,
which often indicates removal or separation, and the root word,
sorgen.
which means to care for or to take care of. The combination implies removing something from care or responsibility. It's a relatively modern word, becoming more common with the rise of environmental awareness and recycling.
That's really fascinating. So how can we break it down further?
Sure. Let's look at it as Lego pieces. The prefix
Ent,
means to remove, and the root
sorgen.
means to care. Together, they create the concept of removing something from care, which in this case is unwanted items or waste.
Are there similar words to
Entsorgen.
Yes, there are. For example, you might find,
Abholen.
which means to pick up, where means off. Then there's,
Wegwerfen.
meaning to throw away, where,
Weg.
means away. If we look at the same suffix, we have,
Aufbewahren.
meaning to store, and,
Einlagern.
which means to warehouse.
That's a lot of words. Can you give me a few more?
Of course. Theirs.
Ausmisten.
Meaning to clean out.
Abgeben.
Meaning to hand in, and
Wegräumen.
meaning to clear away. Each of these words has its own nuances, but they all relate to handling items or waste in some way.
This is really helpful. Can you give me some situations where I might use
entsorgen,
Sure. For example, if you're at home, you might say,
Ich entsorge den alten Fernseher.
meaning I dispose of the old television. At work, you could say,
Wir müssen die alten Unterlagen entsorgen.
which means we need to dispose of the old documents.
I see. And what about at a recycling center?
You could say,
Wo kann ich den Müll entsorgen?
meaning where can I dispose of the waste?
Great. I'll try to repeat that.
ich entsorge den alten Fernseher.
Perfect. You nailed it.
What about the gender of the word? Is it a noun?
Entsorgen.
Is a verb, but if you wanted to use the noun form,
Entsorgung.
which means disposal, it's feminine. You would say,
Die Entsorgung.
a good memory hint is that many nouns ending in
Ung.
are feminine.
That's helpful. Any usage notes I should keep in mind?
Yes.
Entsorgen.
Is often used in both formal and informal contexts. Common collocations include
Müll entsorgen.
for disposing of trash,
Abfall entsorgen.
for waste disposal, and
Gefährlichen Abfall entsorgen.
for disposing of hazardous waste. Be careful not to confuse it with,
Entschuldigen.
which means to excuse.
Got it. Can you give me some example sentences using
Entsorgen.
Sure. Here are a few.
Wir haben die alten Möbel entsorgt.
Which means we disposed of the old furniture. Also,
Entsorgt den Plastikmüll im Recycling.
meaning he disposes of the plastic waste in recycling.
That makes sense.
Another one could be,
Hast du den Karton entsorgt?
which means did you dispose of the box?
I think I'm getting the hang of it. Can you quiz me a bit on what we've learned?
Absolutely. First question, what does
Entsorgen.
mean?
To dispose of something.
Correct. Next question, what's the past tense form?
Ich entsorge.
Ich entsorgte.
Exactly. Third question, what's the noun form of
Entsorgen.
Is it?
Entsorgung.
Yes, you got it. Fourth, how would you ask about disposing of waste in German?
Wo kann ich den Müll entsorgen?
Perfect. Last question, what does the prefix
Ent.
mean?
It means to remove.
Right again. You did an excellent job.
Thanks, Alex. This was really fun and helpful.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Remember,
entsorgen,
is all about getting rid of unwanted items, and it's a useful word for both everyday life and work. Keep practicing, and I look forward to our next session.